But first, we're talking different sizes in different stores. Have you ever found that you fit, say, a size 10 in one store, then you're a 12 in another, 14 in another? It can be really frustrating. I'd like to go to the one where I'm always the 10, though. It's always, you always kind of go to that shop. Anyway, Alice Beer is here to talk us through it.
So Philip's not sharing our grief here, are you?
No, but I do understand it. I do understand
okay.
it. But there isn't a set standard.
Well, interestingly, there actually is a set standard, but there's no legal obligation for anyone to take it up. British Standards came up with sort of sizing standard in 1982, but nobody was interested. The retailers weren't interested. Now there's a European standard that came out, but nobody's interested.
Well,
so
you've been out onto the high street to
I've been
check them out.
stomping the high street in the name of research. I didn't even shop.
What?
We all think we know what size we are, but why is it that a size 10 in one shop is a 12 in another, and heaven forbid, a size 14 somewhere else? Why can't they all just agree?
To help me illustrate these sizing shenanigans, I've enlisted the services of size 12 model Laura, who knows all too well the frustration of inconsistent high street sizing.
I think we've got plenty of sizes for you to try. It's time for a fitting room frenzy. You ready? Okay, so size 12, M&S. What do you feel?
Feels a bit too gapey here.
Yeah, and too much material here.
Yeah.
Wrong. Too big, yes?
Yeah.
10. Size 10?
Yeah.
Oh, that's much better. Yes? So that's
it.
the size that you would buy?
Definitely.
Okay. What shop, what size?
Topshop size 12.
And that fits. Topshop, she is a size 12. Next.
Yeah, Alice, I've got the M&S size 12, but they're a bit...
Oh, huge. You wouldn't buy them, would you?
No, too big.
Okay, try the next size now.
Yeah, I've got the 10 on now.
And that's the size you'd buy?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, perfect. You are a 10 in M&S. These are 12s?
Yeah.
Oh my, in H&M, yes?
Yeah.
Even you have got a muffin top in 12s. That's extraordinary.
12.
No, they're too tight, aren't they? Okay, get them off. Try the 14. Come on, Mrs. Size 14. Oh, they fit. Have you ever been a 14 before in your life?
No.
Oh, it's depressing, isn't it? She's a 14, then help the rest of us.
I've got a Dorothy Perkins size 12.
Oh, that's like a tent. Try the 10. I'm expecting a Dorothy Perkins 10.
Yes.
Ta-da! Perfect fit.
Yeah.
How can you be a perfect 10 if you're a perfect 12?
Zara.
Nice frock, but it's huge. And
Really
it's, what is this, a 12?
12, yeah.
Okay, well, you're definitely a 10 in that one, aren't you? Well, frankly, Laura, I'm exhausted and a little confused. You've been a 10, a 12, a 14. Why do they not all agree? And you know what the really bad news is? We've got to queue up at customer services to get refunds on all this stuff.
Surprising. Surprising that it's so wide.
Yes, and we all know it happens, and thus the point of the fitting room. But I suppose the larger implication is now that we buy so much online. And what's interesting is I was trying to do some research for this piece, and I was trying to print off all the sizing charts from the different companies online. And you can't get a sizing chart until you actually click on an item to buy. So you have to go quite a long way through the system to make that comparison. And in some stores, big high street names, online, there's 4 inches of difference.
But do they give you the measurements in the sizing chart?
Yes, they do. But do you know your measurements?
No, I haven't got a clue.
I know.
So what do you do then in that case? Does it matter? I mean, that's, as you said, that's why there's a fitting room. You go in there. If you're a 14 in one and it upsets you, don't go there. Go to where you're a 10.
It's not life or death, and we get to know the shops and we get to know what size we are, but it is frustrating online, and you need to know your rights online. You have a 7-day cooling off period, so even if it is just the wrong size and you don't want to change it for another size because your party's tonight, so you're going to run out and get something else, you are entitled to send that back and get a full refund and a refund on your postage coming towards you. You sometimes have to pay to send it back again. So you must know your rights, because there is a bigger implication when you're buying online. But I'm afraid my advice has to be, take your measurements in centimetres, you know, in a quiet bathroom with nobody looking, write them all down and stick them on your computer. And then you absolutely can tell what size you're going to be. It's a shocking experience, and I did it the other day.
So if someone is going to buy you something, they walk past your computer and you've got your measurements up there.
Because every year Paul calls me from a shopping centre somewhere and says, what size are you again? Can you text me your sizes? And actually what he needs my centimetres because it depends where he is.
Well, the high street stores are aware of the sizing differences between them, aren't they? So
yes.
They know that this happens.
Yes, and I think there's a certain, the American phrase is vanity sizing. So they will flatter you. Some of the shops, and I think largely for older women, will flatter you by coming down a size slightly, by making you a 12.
That's part of their ploy then, really.
Yes, yeah, I do.
Well, we wouldn't suggest for a moment that they set out to deliberately deceive consumers.
No, of course not.
But that's like walking into a supermarket and, you know, they're allegedly pumping nice smells in there to make you want to buy something.
Yes, it's all part of the shop, and they are providing what they think your perception is of your size. They want to provide that to you.
Whilst you're here, I just want to ask you a quick question, because we had a couple who said that they had problems with the Trading Standards Authority, and we constantly say go to your Trading Standards Authority.
Absolutely.
But when they have done, they've had problems.
Yes, what you need to do is, this was a particular mail order problem, go online, find the other people who've got the same problem as you, and then call the Trading Standards in the area where the company you have the issue with are based. Don't call your local Trading Standards, call the company's local Trading Standards. How do you do that if
it's online? How do you know where they're based?
You can always see. They have to have on their website, they have to have a home address for the company, and you call that borough's Trading Standards, that is the home authority for that company, and they will collate any complaints.
Okay, all right,
that's the secret.
Thank you very much.